I've shared how much I've enjoyed using Koji to sell my Teachers Pay Teachers and other digital products online independently before, but Koji was recently acquired by Linktree, and all Koji assets will be sunset on January 31st, 2024. So, what to do? Today, we're going to chat a little bit about Linktree Pro, which current Koji users can get for free for 3 months or $9 a month after that, and why I'm choosing not to go that route to sell my TPT products independently online. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. So, what to do? I played around with Linktree Pro, and as this news kind of came out over the holidays, I've just now gotten the chance to really dive into Linktree Pro and see what's in there, what's available. And there are four major hurdles that I just don't think I'm going to deal with in terms of selling my products. I think I can find something better. For many of you, if selling on TPT is something you love, something that you might not love is the commission that comes to selling on TPT. 80/20 if you're a premium seller, and 45/55 if you are not a premium seller. And there's a lot of other stuff out there that you can use to sell your digital products online, including from your own website or something like Koji, which was fantastic because I could put my products out there and only pay a 5% payout fee whenever something was bought. It's pretty good. If you're interested in this as well, I would love to hear if you're selling on a platform that you love. And if you're interested in this, come along on this journey with me. By no means is the game done. And I'm really looking forward to finding a tool that I feel comfortable with. So stick around to the end to hear my game plan. And if you've got one, an e commerce platform that you love, please feel free to share in the comments. The same names keep getting thrown around. And I would love to hear if there's something out there that's maybe less well known that you're feeling really good about. And from the get go, I hopped into Linktree Pro and set up my account similar to just a regular Linktree, right? You're putting in kind of your socials, linking those, and then you create a store. And this store can have like different formats. You can have featured links, which have like a little thumbnail in there, which is kind of nice. And then you've got regular old links, and you can set your store up to have different formats as well. You can have a grid format, which is kind of like a regular kind of storefront if you're shopping on Amazon, for example, or something, kind of three across and indefinite rows going down. Or you can do a carousel, which people can kind of swipe and see the products there. Or you can do a typical link. And so you can name the product and just have it be a list. However, it was very clear that there was only a 20 product limit. Now, I sat back and thought about this for a little bit because I have like 70 some products in my TPT store. And I thought, do I really want to put all of those on here? Some are selling better than others, some have not sold at all, which is completely normal. But it's just something that made me think, should I put only bestsellers on my Linktree Pro? That might be an interesting thing and something I might toy with in these 3 months that I have to mess around for free on Linktree Pro. But a 20 product limit would mean choosing kind of those top sellers and then putting them on there and promoting only those through my socials and YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's an option. However, 20 might be a limit that others just can't deal with because they've got more than that that really sells and meets the needs of their audience. 20 product limit, that might be a deal breaker for some. I know that was something that definitely gave me pause at first. The next thing I'm not so sure about is that all product files must be URLs, no downloads, no PDFs, and there's no product descriptions. So, what does this mean? This is great for things like Google Slides presentations or things that you're kind of selling in Google Docs. And I guess that might be the way to do this. That's what I tried. And, the few things that I threw in my test Linktree Pro are those Google Doc things. This works for my writing prompt journals, which is fantastic. So again, gives me pause because it works for some things, but it won't work for others. And it would mean creating Google Docs or links to Google Docs that I'm not sure that I want to dedicate space to in the long term. So definitely something to consider there. But again, no product descriptions. So you really need to be clear in your thumbnail of about what your product has and what it can help the potential buyer do. So definitely something to think about there as well, with product files being URLs and no product description. Next, there is no bundling. On Koji, I love that you could bundle things. I love that you had different like sale options. Kind of a unique feature there was like the spin to win and percentage off and like a keyword, coupon code type thing where you could assign certain products a certain amount of discount. None of that here. There are little new and sale badges or banners that kind of go across the corner of the thumbnail, but that's it. And finally, while the grid, list, and carousel visuals or layouts are available, there are no categories. So I would love to see the opportunity to have different categories for my unit studies, for my writing things, for my language learning games. But that's not here. And so I'm left with this, oh, what do I put on here? A big list of different things, or do I keep searching and be able to find what I want with different categories so that the experience is a little bit better for the buyer? They might discover something they want, or if they're looking for something specific, which is probably more likely, they can find it very quickly. So that is the final drawback that I've found so far with Linktree Pro. Oh, what am I going to do with this situation? Well, now that I've really thought through this in terms of the quantity of products that I offer, I know some of these might be better presented in a smaller layout. So Linktree Pro might work well for some of my writing things that are those URL type files and would be great to just present in a smaller array instead of just a big old store. However, for me, I'm not happy with the lack of categories. So this is something that has really made me think about looking somewhere else. Now, there is a $9 fee per month. So I'm kind of calculating that in. And then it goes out to either PayPal or Stripe. On Stripe, it's a 2.9% payout fee. And on PayPal, for me at least, it's a 3% fee. So I'm adding that in, that cost in on top of the $9 a month fee for Linktree Pro. And so there's a little bit of a cost here for something that I'm not super convinced of. And so I'm going to keep looking personally. I'm going to kind of see where this goes in the next few months while I have Linktree Pro. And in the meantime, I'll just direct people to TPG for the products that I want them to check out that are only listed there. So we'll see. This will be a little bit of an experiment. So I hope you'll follow along. Make sure you're subscribed. Give this video a like. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me know that you're enjoying this type of content. So I'm off to go do some research, and I hope you will too. But if nobody's told you yet today, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. It's important. Happy teaching.